Oh God, much talking.
Much talking. Much good planning though. You thought through most of it. Normally the advice that now an orphanage would be on fire.
It's true. We have avoided any obvious war crimes, which is a nice change.
Yeah, that was the different game.
All right.
Right.
In that case, I hate to say it, but it sounds we're about to go into a big plan here, so maybe that's a break point.
Now we can get started. We've got 45 minutes left.
Yeah, we've still got some time.
Yeah.
We can get the groundwork
do we
done
actually-
so that the 2-week break will get people all suspenseful, and
Oh God, really?
then we'll fuck it
2-week
up.
break? I'm here next
Oh.
Sunday.
Oh,
Just-
right.
just
sorry,
Saturday
yeah, it's
missing.
only 1 week.
Yeah, it's only a week.
Just a Saturday you're not here. Well, we'll
Just a
talk about it
Saturday.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Sort of related. We know what this guy, we know this guy's name and we know what he looks like. How hard would it be to go onto the Holonet and try and dig up some kind of address for him? Because presumably he's got a legal occupation and reason to be here, which
Yeah,
has to be
he's
published.
probably listed in the Yellow Pages or something.
It'll be like a high security compound somewhere, but it'll still be a mail address.
This for what else?
This is
But
for
the
the
doctor,
HUD guy
yeah.
that we're
Yeah.
trying to.
I've forgotten his name, which is terrible.
It's on the image you showed us at the beginning.
Don't
Yeah,
worry, you're just joining the rest of us in that.
Ungro the Eloquent.
That's the fella.
So yeah, you'll be able to find out where he is because he's here legally. He's a what's the term?
Scumbag.
He's basically he's just running I've got this campaign manager style. That's what he's running as.
Makes sense.
Yeah, lobbyist. So he's
It's
not
quite
he's not
more than I
exactly
thought.
he's not exactly running himself as illegal.
Totally not a spy.
Yeah, well, he's a hut. No one trusts him.
Not wrecking your election.
So if he's got an address, time to stake the place out.
Yep, it's in a kind of rented mansion. Of course, he's a hut.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, we'd expect that. What kind of? I mean, is he the sort of guy who throws parties as a lobbyist, or is he more just sort of the administrative kind of guy?
Mainly the administrative. They've got other more charismatic non-hut people for the main kind of party throwing.
Yeah, we'll have to meet him in a cafe or something.
Or a campaign office or something like that. Presumably there must be some kind of, not his mansion, but there must be some sort of party area.
What for actually meeting him? He doesn't tend to meet people outside of his campaign circles. He's a world breaker. He kind of comes in, gets the locals on side, moves them around, and then moves on without being a massive He's not a star. He's not a celebrity. If he does his job right, no one will ever know he's here. The only reason you know he's here is because you've been sent in here by Republic intelligence.
We've been told.
Yeah, you've been told he's
We're gonna
dangerous.
we're gonna have to do something to get his attention.
What part of the campaign does he work on? Because if we try and sort of float an idea of whatever his specialty is, if we say we're interested in that, we might draw his attention.
He's everything. He is running the entire
Yeah.
hut thing for the world.
Oh,
Do we want to distract him at all? We could just get a full party break-in and just hit like a sledgehammer.
we could.
Again, this is but it's too blunt an instrument.
We've got, we have to avoid the sort of Watergate problem.
Like, more
And
than
that's a rare
anything else,
sentence.
we also have to not tip off the huts. Because if they suddenly see that somebody's breaking into this guy's rented compound or whatever, they're going to know that somebody is onto them. And who could that, there's only so many people that would know and want to act against them.
True. Unless we just go full on ninja, as others have said, and just hit the entire office block he's in as a party.
And then do what?
We already did Watergate. There wasn't any dirt in the campaign's office.
I mean more in terms of actually getting caught and making a giant red flag above our heads in the Watergate sense. Well, what we need at the end of the day is the evidence that he's connected to the 2 bits we already know. Logically, we would need some proof that he has talked with, facilitated with the people who run those bits. So, personal emails, that sort of thing, I suppose?
Look, we've got 2 teams here, right? We've got the team that's going to sneak in and try to get access to his information, and the team that's going to A, distract him, and B, try to lure him into a sting.
Probably
The trick is, it's the setting up the sting we need to work out. We're doing that.
Yeah, look, that's not too hard. If we can prove that he was paying somebody to try to influence the election, obvious, especially for the opposition, because the idea is that I understood anyway was that we're going to sell Jar as basically a negative influencer. He's going to try to support the Republican candidate, but his support is going to drag the Republican candidate down. That on its own is a scandal, basically.
No one can answer that, apparently.
I honestly don't have any good ideas for setting up a sting for that. For blackmailing, we just send an anonymous email to him with some of the info we've got and say, "I've got this. If you want me to not release this, meet us."
And then suddenly assassins. Look, we just have to prove that he made this deal, which we can because we're the other half of the deal.
Yeah, I know, but the problem is getting in a position to make it. I'm not sure how to do that.
How big a news event was this thing? Was the thing outside the warehouse, Gray?
Probably anyone who's interested in the sport will probably be watching it. So a lot of people on the planet will have seen it. You're probably quite famous here now.
Maybe that's the way in. Maybe now that you're well known on the sports circuit, you accidentally get caught making political statements to sweeten things up before we go to this guy.
Yeah, but we don't want to actually. The thing is, we don't want to actually influence the election.
Yeah, also, why is he going to meet with Jar still?
Because.
Oh, can you just use it as a celebrity thing? Can we have a meeting to discuss donations or shit, and then drop it in the thing?
Yeah. A fundraiser or something like that we could probably set up. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We tried that. It went disastrously wrong.
I think the idea is more that now Jar is famous, you can mention, can we have a private meeting to discuss what I'd like to donate to your cause?
The problem is, give it a bloody good go.
Yeah. Okay, sure. I'm not sure why he himself would meet us. He's the man behind the scenes.
I don't know
he probably wouldn't.
This is the best I can come up with.
The thing is that we need to make sure it's obviously nefarious, but enticingly nefarious, so that he tries to get in on it himself.
Forgive me if I maybe cut out the middleman here. Any advice, Gray?
He's not going to come out for he's not going to come out for a social thing, but you probably could get him if he thinks he could use you. Then
that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, he probably would. Maybe not himself, but he'd send one of his guy.
Basically, we're trying to raise enough of a stink that he has to notice.
Yeah, he realizes, wait, this is a huge opportunity, and then he tries to get involved personally.
So basically, we're playing the Nar Shaddaa section of KOTOR 2 now.
Yes.
And half the party was asleep.
No, I got it.
I approve. There was a lot of murdering in that.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, the idea is actually...
it's not like we absolutely won't have combat. It's not like we absolutely won't have combat and we won't accidentally murder some grunts. It's just more a matter of that needs to be literally they go okay, cheese it. We need to kill them now, and like they start it, or that like they just stop giving a hell about appearances and just want to get rid of us.
Yeah, but that still implies that either we've won essentially by that point, or the heist has gone so horribly wrong that you now have to shoot your way out.
One.
Yeah, that you now have to shoot your way out.
Well, if we're looking to make a reputation, there are worse plans.
I'm still on the everyone go and attack his mansion, raid it, train, but as you said, blunt instrument. Simply because, like, it seems like something we can do that involves everyone. That's more exciting than what we're doing right now.
Yeah, it's a thing with with political stuff like this. Like, a lot of the time, not the whole party can.
Yeah.
Like, it's why we split up into two teams. So
Yeah.
I honestly do believe we should still go ahead with the slightly more subtle course of action. We need to think about some of the elements of it, because we need to work out how we're going to actually get the Magnificent, whatever his name was, on side. But if we can force him into actually giving, just trick him into giving us what we need, then, we don't have to worry about actually running the risk of being exposed, as it were, if he exposes himself. However, I acknowledge that that's not necessarily the world's easiest plan, as we've been talking about for the last half an hour a bit.
See, there's not really much I can say to help, but that's the problem. You guys are going to make a decision now. Once you chuck yourself into action...
If you're going to go ahead with trying to draw him out, what do you want to say or do or roll for that?
I would imagine some kind of either charm or deception, I suppose.
Probably have to start with a streetwise check to get in contact with someone.
Yeah, I mean, knowledge underworld. If anybody has knowledge underworld, that'll work too. I mean, knowledge underworld would be more of the setup for the streetwise, because eventually you have to actually talk to somebody.
I mean, as I recall from Nar Shaddaa, it was figure out what we need to do to get this guy's attention, and then just do that shit until he gets we get his attention, and then he'll contact us.
That's basically the way of doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, streetwise, probably a good idea. Figure out what would make him think, okay, I need to get these people, talk to him, or...
Okay, alright. Should I roll streetwise then, or does anyone else have a better roll?
I don't have anywhere near as good as that.
I think you probably got the best. Maybe Knock, but I don't know.
Nope, I can assist, but...
The blue. It's 3 difficulty.
Yeah, that looks about right. I'm not going to upgrade. Because, goddammit, I don't want to do this fella. Oh, good lord.
Sorry.
You failed at advantage. Yeah.
I mean, if it's absolutely vital to the story, I mean, don't make us roll for it.
It's not vital. There are other ways you can do this.
Okay.
This is
vital to stop us arguing for about half an hour.
Yeah.
The problem is we're never going to agree on another way.
So, you can't find any of his minions, so you're going to have to be a little more obvious. So you've tried the subtle route, you're not subtle. So it's probably time to kind of walk up to one of the offices. Jar's already proven he's not subtle. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, I could walk up to the place and just punch a guard and see what happens.
What happens is you get arrested and we leave you behind.
Yeah, I mean,
This is a problem of being on a planet with functioning law enforcement.
Yeah.
yeah, oh, okay. We could literally just go at this. Problem is, it'd have to be deception, but it could just be straight ahead. I don't like the Republic, guys. What can I do to help?
We could try it.
I'm really bad at lying, though.
Well, I'm not as bad as lying as you are, so we have something.
Yeah, Jar can just sit down, like, make faces.
Yeah, you're the manager.
Yeah, I'm absolutely atrocious at lying.
They don't like these Republic guys. They don't let us have slaves. They don't let us hunt Wookiees whenever we want.
I'm better at lying.
Well, keep talking. I can try and get some blues out of grey.
They don't. Yeah, they don't recognize that some species are just superior.
Yep, that can
As Jar nearly bites his tongue in half saying it.
And we could always say that the superior species are people like the Trandoshans' huts, and just work that angle too.
Well, of course, our people have a natural affinity going back centuries.
Yes, exactly. I mean, Trandoshans are naturally powerful, huts are naturally financially canny, and then the humans are natural politicians. Between the three of us, we could rule the galaxy. That's the angle we're trying to play here.
But no, the Republic says we have to share it.
Any blues, great.
Yeah, you can have a couple of blues for that.
And what difficulty?
1 red, 1 purple.
I really hoped you said 1 red, 1 blue for a minute there. I'm not going to lie. Okay, do you want to upgrade?
No.
Okay, I will.
Good choice.
Yeah.
How I fucking do.
Ah,
God.
Apparently, open go through the front door works. Ah, yes, we've seen you've been making a bit of a storm splash here. So, yes, we'll get you a full middle management.
Sorry.
We'll get you up to middle management. I'm sure someone will fill up the chain and do something with a rising star.
Excellent, thank you.
To start.
Absolutely, as a start.
Yep. So you'll be kind of moved into a room, no windows, metal desk. Looks slightly ominous.
Looks slightly like an interrogation chamber.
Yeah, it's okay. They've only got 2 types of meeting room. They're not sure you're not ready for the big one, so they have to put you in the other one.
One that looks like an interrogation chamber.
Yeah.
They're not exactly going to be throwing parties for us just yet, are they?
So it'll be about 10 minutes before some guy wanders in. He's got like a data pad. He's just like, oh, so Mr. Isk?
Yes.
Yeah, and your manager. I don't think we have your name.
No, Sir Mons, sir.
Sir Mons, excellent. We can work with nobility. So you want to topple the Republic and bring about pure capitalism?
Yes, of course.
Certainly, as opposed to what we have, it's an infinitely preferable choice.
Excellent. So, what lengths are you willing to go
this entire time? I was being facetious and talking about regulations. They don't help anyone. They just hold people down.
We'll work your ideas on the next jump.
So, how far are you willing to go to support the cause? Because you're not well liked by some people around here. So, of course, there's only certain ways you can be useful to us.
Well, we're very much aware that we're not exactly the world's most popular people, so we presume that if we started supporting our lovely Republican friends here, that might annoy the locals. Why on earth would the Republicans back a... what did I say at the time during the conference, Jar? Wasn't it something like crazed monster? If they see someone like that backing their precious Republic, then they'll think the Republic are clearly mad for supporting this maniac who beat up one of their locals. That's what we presume.
So you can make some inner ribs into outer ribs.
I am totally stealing that line and giving it to this guy because holy shit, that's good.
But yeah,
what does the man think?
But Jar, be sure not to be making baby back ribs. We don't need those. Not this time.
Jar versus the youth wrestling circuit.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh God!
Little Timmy, do you work? Do you support the Republican candidate? Yeah, I do.
Misa thinks you guys are slipping.
Say, you can talk about doing these things as long as you don't actually do them.
Yeah,
Of course.
As long as it's out of character.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Well, excellent. We may want you to play up your support for the opposition.
Okay.
Yeah. Just say how good they are and how much you believe in their policies and how Republican support has given you everything made you everything you are today.
Yeah, while quietly throwing shade on it.
Yes. I'm sure we could arrange that quite easily.
Yes, we'll be able to give you some wonderful financial backing for doing this.
Excellent. Good. Now, we need to obviously make sure that there's no connection between, obviously, what we do in the next few days and this. So how are we going to get this set up?
Set up? Well, we'll give you a contact. So, in a day or so, someone will, ring you or message you and tell you what you should say, where you should say it.
Okay.
At which point, once you've done that, we can see what the effect is and modify it from there. So it shouldn't be too hard. Quite low impact. If you want to go out and break a few other people, that'd probably help. Work on your negative image.
You could help by setting us up in, helping us set up more high-profile wrestling matches.
I'd have to speak with my boss about that, but yeah, that could work. Yeah,
preferably against wrestlers that have shown that. Actually, how would it work?
Well, against local heroes, surely. Once you start openly backing the Republic, you break more local heroes and make them seem more like the bad guy. I can see logic in that.
Yeah.
The Republic will break you.
Ooh,
Literally.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, you're gonna be the Kool-Aid man of the Republic, just breaking everything.
I was going to say Hulk Hogan, but yeah, the Kool-Aid jar one.
Yeah, it sounds like John needs a whole new costume and persona.
Oh no! Yes.
Heel Hulk jar.
I am a real Republican.
Yes.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And thus, from the ashes of the argument, we have brought something beautiful into the world.
Oh God.
It's good that Hulk Hogan's still good for something, at least.
Yeah, because I ain't wrestling.
Absolute mockery.
Woohoo! Well, I'm not pursuing news agents, and to be fair, if this goes right, there's probably going to be a lot of news agents which have legal teams thrown at them, so he's kind of serving both purposes.
No.
Okay, so what does our man think about that then?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea.
Excellent. Well, just tell your man to send us a message when we're ready, and we'll be gladly ready to assist.
Yeah, excellent. If you'd like to leave through one of the side doors, that'd be
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Well, thank you for your time, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
And as you walk through the door, suddenly you're bagged.
No.
I'm assuming you did record all of that.
Oh, yes. God knows I can't operate a computer, but I can press an on button.
Give me a light side just so they didn't actually search you.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Although, I think searching would have been a opposed, stealth or skullduggery thing, because skullduggery is also hiding things on your person, I think.
Yeah, but we've already passed it.
Yeah, it's after the fact.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Come to think of it, this is the place to go, as an aside, later, if we ever need to do anything with this building, this campaign that doesn't involve what we're about to do. That side door, mark that as a potential entry point for later, out of character.
What do you mean out of character? Let's do it in character.
Well, I assume Arcturus isn't thick enough to say that out loud as he's leaving the building.
By the way,
I
guys.
assumed you were saying it when you got back to the ship.
Fair. Forgive me, but apparently I've developed something of a reputation. I have to work around it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, back to the ship. So, plans? Or shall we wait
I
for...
hate to say it, I do need to run quite shortly.
Okay, shall we just call it down and then wait for next week when you get the call?
Next week.
Yeah.
We can get a call and also launch the attack, the sneaking into the mansion.
Yep.
So you can make
sounds
enough a
good.
map grey that we can ignore all the enemies on.
Yeah, that's
We
fine.
should time
We
all
didn't
the
ignore
heists.
all of them.
Just most of them.
You're actually being a lot more thorough than I expected.
This matters.
That's the
Well,
compliment, right?
now that you've given us an objective, and the idea is politics, so we can't actually violence our way out of most of these problems. So we're doing our best to not do it.
Well, we can violence away
Except
out
when we
of
run
the
out of
problem.
patience.
Well, it's more that valencing our way out of an issue just makes more issues that are harder to violence out of.
Yeah.
Forgive us for actually thinking of long-term planning for once, Gray. I know you don't really expect it from us.
I know, I don't think I get shocked.
Well, don't worry, we can always return to the Warhammer Fantasy one.
Alright, so, yep, see everyone next week then.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Good times, folks.